external characteristics. It is a curve drawn between the voltage across the generator to the load current. The voltage across the generator and load current, nothing but we should connect some amount of load across the generator. So before connecting a load across a generator, first we have made the generator to reach the rated voltage. We have made the generator to reach the rated voltage. This is the circuit diagram for this external characteristics of a DC generator. This is the armature. This is the field winding. This is the field winding. This is armature. Here we kept the one voltmeter. Here we kept the one ammeter to measure the voltage as well as the current flowing through the load. This is the electrical load. Variable here in this case generator. For generator load, what is the load means electrical load. That may be the fans, that may be the motors, or that may be the anything. That should be the electrical load. That should be the electrical load. Now let me see what is the procedure. First we have to run the armature of a DC generator. Armature of a DC generator. Armature of a DC generator at a rated value. By means of a DC motor, we have to run the armature at a rated value. So whenever we are running the armature at rated value, make sure that the current flowing through the field winding also the rated value. Make sure that the current flowing through the field winding also the rated value. So up to here, we kept a one switch here. We should not connect any load. Up to that point, you open the switch. Here one switch is there. You open the switch. Nothing but till the voltage reaches the rated value of the generator, till the voltage reaches the rated value of generator, we should not connect any load across the generator. We should not connect any load across the generator. So how we are achieving this rated voltage means, first we have to run the armature at a rated speed by means of a DC motor or any prime mover. Next, by changing the field current, set the voltmeter reading to the rated voltage of a generator. Suppose if you take the rated voltage of generator is 230 volts. So up to reaching the 230 volts here, you change the field current. So whenever this voltmeter reading reaches the rated voltage, here switch is there. Now close this switch. Close the switch. This is switch, mechanical switch. After reaching this voltmeter reading to the rated value, close the switch and gradually increase the electrical load. Nothing but in our lab what we are doing means, first we are on the one bulb. Next we are on the two bulbs. Next we are on 3 bulbs. Nothing but we are increasing the load on a generator. As the load is increases, current given by the generator also will be increases. The terminal voltage will be decreases. Now you note down the increase the load up to how much value you can increase this voltage load means till the current reaches the rated value. Till the armature current reaches the rated. Suppose the armature current of the DC generator is given as a 20 amperes. As the ammeter reading is equal to the 20 amperes, you can increase the load across the generator. Up to this value, you can increase the load across the generator. Once this ammeter reading is equal to the 20 amperes, you stop applying the load across the generator. In this process, in every step, we have to note down the one table, serial number, serial number, load current, voltage, terminal voltage, this voltage VT 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 4 ampere, 5 ampere. The corresponding voltages also 230 volts like this, 230 volts, 228 volts or 226 volts, like that 224 volts. In this manner we are getting the different readings. Load current versus voltage. How we are changing this load current or armature current means this current. How we are changing this armature current or load current means by increasing the load across the generator. Now once you know this data, now we are take the load current on a x-axis and voltage on the y-axis. If we draw a graph means we are getting this type of graph. We are getting this type of graph. As the load current increases, the terminal voltage of a generator will be decreases. So why this terminal voltage is decreasing means it is because of two reasons. One is due to the armature resistance. The second one is due to the armature reaction. See here, where this voltage is induced in armature, the voltage is induced. So whenever we are connecting a load, the current is flowing to the armature winding, there is some amount of voltage will be dropping in armature, and because of armature reaction, there is some amount of voltage will be dropping. So that as the load is increases, the terminal voltage of generator will be decreases. See here, by taking the load current on x-axis and voltage on the y-axis, initially we are getting this graph. Generally we know so how we are getting the second graph means, the second one, how we are getting the second graph means, we know the armature current, nothing but load current. The same manner we know the armature resistance also. Take the multimeter, connect across the armature terminal DC motor directly to give the reading. That is nearly for well designed machine that will be less than the 1 ohm. For bad designing the machine, that resistance will be near to the 2 ohms. So nothing but we know the armature resistance. We know the load current also. At every value of load current, you find the value of IaRa. Suppose if you take nothing but a load current or armature current, both are same. In this case, IL equal to IA here. In this case, because we neglect the shunt field current, see here, suppose if 1 ampere of current, the armature resistance is, if you take 2 ohm, this drop becomes a 2 volts. The load current is 2 amperes, again armature resistance is same, 4 volts. In this manner, at every value of load current, we are finding this drop, nothing but this drop is nothing but armature resistance drop, that we are adding for this graph at every point. For this value we are adding. So whenever we are adding this drop to this external characteristics, this is nothing but external characteristics. External characteristics, we are getting the internal characteristics. Again here, there is some gap is there here between this line and this one. It is representing the there is a voltage drop in a DC generator because of the armature reaction. Because of the armature reaction. See here, just summarizing the external characteristics. It is a characteristic of the generator which is drawn between the load current to the terminal voltage, nothing but a load voltage. The terminal voltage of a generator will be decreases. It is due to the two factors. One is due to the armature reaction, another one is due to the armature resistance. We know the armature resistance drop. For external characteristics, if we add the armature resistance drop, it is giving the internal characteristics. It is giving the internal characteristics of a DC generator. The remaining gap is there, this one. This line is representing the no load voltage. No load, without applying any load, how much voltage is given by the generator, that voltage. Suppose if it is 230 volts, this is 230 volts line. As the load is increases, the terminal voltage is decreases. It is due to the two reasons. One is armature resistance drop, another one is the armature reaction drop. Armature reaction drop. For external characteristics, if we add the armature resistance drop, it gives the internal characteristics of a DC generator. DC generator. Summary. Just we are summarizing the today class, this lecture. The three different characteristics are there. One is no load characteristics, second one is internal characteristics, third one is the external characteristics.